Hey, my loves, I hope you're doing well. I have been busy with a few projects around the house, and today I want to share with you the one that is completed, and that is this room. I want to say that this is my linen closet, but it is actually a small room which houses my linen, but also a few other things. So maybe it's a utility room. I don't really know. I just know that it serves a few purposes and that I love this room. So why not you help me name this room after you have watched the video? It's not going to be easy to film this small room, so please bear with me. For those of you who have seen my linen closet video in my apartment, you will realize that this room is completely different. And now, welcome to my beautiful room. At a glance, this room comes across as very colorful. And since the things that we own and are keeping in this room are just that colorful, there is really nothing I can do to camouflage it. And I don't want to put everything in baskets because there are many people using the things in this room. And so I know the baskets are going to be pulled out and not necessarily put back. And by the way, my son calls this the rainbow room. Our bedding is not white or neutral, and that is reflected in every part of this room. Plus, there are also other items in here, also adding to the shabby chic, rustic aesthetic of this room. And because there are so many colors, I felt the need to pull the room together. And using this basket from my old linen closet as inspiration, I decided I wanted to use the same black and white as my base. So I got some black and white self-sticking wallpaper and got my son to put it up for me. We wallpapered two opposite walls, one here and the other one is behind this door. I personally feel that this helps the otherwise colorful items to have a sort of a theme, and I got to fulfill a whim that I have been having to have a linen closet that made a statement instead of one docilely remaining just a storage room. I'm thinking of strategically sticking this on some of the shelves as well, but I can't decide if it'll look nice. I would love to know your thoughts on this. Now let's get started right here in the middle. This portion has a rod for hanging clothes. This came as part of the room, and I thought it would be great to embrace it, to incorporate it, instead of replacing it with shelving. Since curtains tend to be very heavy and difficult to fold and keep neat, I decided to hang our extra curtains and shears here. I have used heavy-duty hangers for these, accounting for the weight, of course. And a few sets of the curtains are actually currently at the dry cleaners as the festive season is not far off. Since there's still a lot more space, even with all the curtains there, I also took this opportunity to hang my parents' sweaters and winter clothing in here. And then Mom and my silk and pashmina shawls intuitively go in here too, more so because we share these shawls. For me, storing things intuitively is like playing a game of item association. Like things together, easy to keep, easy to find. There is one other item that falls into this category, and those are my mom's thermals. Both unopened, and I know that if I keep these separately, I will not remember where. And as you can see, I can't hang these either. So what I've done is I have put these into a plastic bag and hung it with the rest of the winter clothes. My tip here is that if at any time you want to hang something awkward, you can try using a bag like this. Another item I wanted to hang here is this unopened shower curtain. It is again instinctive for it to be with the curtains, so I have used the same method for that. Now moving upwards, these are Mom's comforters. Since she only rotates her comforters once every 3 months, I like storing them in bags. Right now, I'm using the plastic bags that they come in from the dry cleaners, but I am looking for a non-plastic alternative. So if you do have an option, please let me know in the comments below. In this basket here, I have fleece blankets. I like keeping this in a basket because then on movie night or one of those nights, it is very easy to take the entire basket down to our entertainment area so we can all get cozy. Now below the shawls and curtains, I have used this empty space to stack all my extra pillows and a few cushions. There is still more space at this end, And it's a bit difficult to actually peek in, but if you can see, it actually has my vacuum cleaner. It makes a lot of sense for me to store one of our 2 vacuum cleaners in here for convenience to vacuum this floor and upstairs. I have added a command hook for the cord, and under the vacuum cleaner is this box which contains the vac accessories. Now let's take a look at the shelves on this side. Starting at the top is another one of my baskets. This basket has all our tablecloths. And since I do not use them much in this house because the table here is quite ornate, I find it most practical to keep it accessible and yet out of our way. Below that are a stack of cushion covers. These are again mostly my mom's, and you have probably already guessed by now that her favorite color is maroon. A tip here is not to fold them too small or to keep them tightly stored in a basket, because firstly, you don't want the embroidery to get entangled, and secondly, too much folding causes unsightly creasing that I rather avoid. More cushions, and more. Now these cushions here are already in covers and ready, so anyone can just come and grab one or a few to get comfy if needed. This mostly happens when the boys are home and bringing their friends with them for the weekend. Let's just say that we have a lot of traffic in this house, and I love it because I've actually known many of these boys who pop over since they were just 5 or 6 years old, and now they come over bringing their girlfriends with them. And now let's take a look at the other side. Right on top are my bed covers. While the bed covers are not really a Western trend, it is a very Asian thing to completely cover the bed all day so it remains clean, and to only turn down the covers at bedtime. All these actually belong to Mom, as she does like these embroidered decorative silk and woven bed covers. Again, these are kept in the plastic covers that the dry cleaner provides for now. And below are my parents' bedding. They do not use sheet and comforter sets, but as I have said, Mom prefers bed covers, blankets, and sheets. I have put the fitted sheets into a basket, but I have separated the pillowcases. The reason that I have separated the pillowcases is because Mom's room we use at least 5 pillowcases at any one time. So it is easier to grab pillowcases that we want separately so we can use as many of them as we want with any one sheet. As you can see, many of the sheets are plain, so we've got a combination of plain and printed pillowcases for use. Below that are the sheets that come complete with a comforter cover. Again in a basket, but easily accessible. And again, I have the pillowcases folded in sets of 4 beside the sheets. And right at the bottom are some lightweight bed covers, which I use mainly in the guest room, so the clean sheets that we have ready do not get dusty. Now, as I said, I have a lot of traffic. My children's friends come over quite often, and I feel that I owe it to their parents to ensure that the visiting mini adults sleep over instead of going home if it is in the wee hours of the morning. This storage bag here contains baby or toddler bedding and towels. Recently, we had an overnight guest who had a toddler, and I realized that I need to keep a few things handy for them. So I put together this bag of essentials. I actually made this for my daughter when she was 3, and I have kept it. Now I use it for guests with babies who haven't brought their own or who haven't got sufficient baby bedding and towels. I mean, babies always need those extras because they keep having these little accidents. And I also have a neck pillow for breastfeeding moms, or if they want to keep the baby's head stable. And now let's take a look at the narrow shelves. Let's start at the very top. Here I have 4 white boxes which are clearly labeled. I have curtain hooks, and these include shower curtain hooks, and then we've got curtain rings and command hooks and plugs. In the plugs box, we have got our travel adapters. These are great to have on hand when we travel and also when we have guests from overseas. Then next to that are just some empty glass vases. I don't think I need this many, so I will probably be giving some of them away. Now below that are floral arrangements that I'm no longer displaying around the house. I have done these myself and I don't want them to lose their shape, but I also do feel that the style is quite dated, and I'm hoping to pass them on to someone who appreciates it more than I do. Here I have a planner that I have just started using. I keep measurements of our beds and mattresses in here because I'm not yet familiar with the beds in this house. I also use it for information, like when something was dry cleaned. I'm not really sure what else I might find myself jotting in there as yet, but I will definitely keep you posted. So on this shelf, I have got a small basket. This one has got tissue box covers, and this one here has got table runners. And here at the bottom, I have some guest towels in different sizes and a spare blanket for guests. Now let's close this door and look behind it. Right on top are Zoe's extra wee mats, and I have to admit that having these at home is great in case someone wants to change a baby. I know I keep talking about babies, but that's something very fresh in my mind at the moment. I also use this as a mat for doing DIY, so all the small particles stick to it and cleanup becomes very easy. And these are just Zoe's shampoos. Below that is the shelf that I'm reserving for my cleaning products and a cleaning caddy. So instead of going downstairs to get my supplies whenever I have this urge to clean, I can just grab the items from here. Next are my spare candles. I have these tiny ones which I like to keep in stock so I can tuck them in corners around the house just to add a subtle fragrance. And then I also have these refills from the Bath and Body Works, which are meant for the wallflowers. Down here are our toiletries. It's so much easier for me to have everything in one space than to divide them into different bathrooms, and when it comes to going shopping, I would need to check every bathroom. This way they can just take what they need from here, and I can see at a glance what is running low. And under that are the tissue boxes and toilet rolls. Now that you have viewed the whole room, I hope you can give me a proper title for it. I really hope you have enjoyed watching this video. And if you will be using some of these tips to prepare your home for entertaining during the festive season, then do leave me a thumbs up. If I feel the love, then I plan to do another festivity prep video next week. And the week after that, I will be sharing with you something that I'm very excited about. I would love for you to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And until the next video, this is Raveena saying happy homemaking. Okay.